Hello, Tauruses, and welcome back to Deku Tarot. And welcome to your February 2020 reading. It's for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Taurus Venus. Take the messages if they resonate. If not, be sure to check out your other placements. Let's get right into this. I've already pulled out some cards here from the Hobbit deck, which we're going to be using along with some other decks for your reading. I just pulled out some cards to kind of see where we're coming from here as we leave January and move into February, where you guys are at emotionally. Pardon me, guys. I don't know what's going on with my voice today. And so far, it kind of feels like there's this trust, there's this faith in not really knowing how you're going to get to this place of abundance that you've been seeking for, it feels like, quite a while. I feel like this has come up in many of your readings. Getting to a specific place, we want to get to a certain level. We have goals set for ourselves, like most earth signs tend to do. And we've been trying to get there, especially in terms of money and in terms of romance, in terms of the finer things, the Venusian things in life. We want to be living a certain type of lifestyle. We see ourselves living in a certain place, a type of home, a type of, having a certain type of job. And I think that some of us have been trying really hard to get there. If you're not already there, for those of you that are there, it could be, we've been tasting some really great moments of success here, some new beginnings. It's interesting. There's almost like a separation there, though, because we do feel some type of lack of success here in some respect, a lack of seeing the fruits of our labor. Is this ever going to pan out? Is it ever going to happen? And for those of you that are wondering that, when's my big break? I think I've hit here, here, and here. When's the big break? When's the next part? I do think that it's coming, and we're in this mode of kind of trusting it and following the fact that, maybe right now it doesn't feel so good having to do this, this, and this, and having to wait, having to have things not pan out exactly how we've wanted them to. And yet we also know, I think, that it's coming in, and I think that there's a sense of quiet patience, probably sleeping a lot or wanting to sleep through this, yet not having the time to. So let's look at where your energy is at the beginning of this month and at the end. We're going to see what these have to do with what's going to be happening in February. We're looking with the Tarot Muka deck now. As I remember how I just said, you guys are probably trying to sleep through this right now, really tired. I get exhaustion, and I'm not just saying that because I have a lot of Taurus in my chart, and it is my sun sign, and it's exhausting. It's been exhausting lately. It feels like we've kind of had to stay still. It's again like when you try to irritate a bull. It's been a lot like that, hasn't it? Where you've had a lot of, little things thrown at you, kids throwing peanuts at you, little things going wrong. And, oh, you want me to get up and do this? Okay, I'm going to do this, but I better get this afterwards. And then you don't get that thing afterwards. And you're like, okay, well, why did I get up in the first place? Might as well lie back down and take a nap now. Can this just be over? Sorry, guys, but I don't know what's going on with my voice today. Maybe some of you feel like you don't really know how to put it into words as well. And that's why maybe it's just, I want to sleep through this. Let me just go read a book, do something I enjoy, tune out for a bit. Because I know it's coming in, but it hasn't happened yet. We're resting because we know things are about to change in a huge way, and it's more of our subconscious, our higher self preparing us, saying, hey, take this time to rest and take it easy while you can, because things are about to change a lot. By the end of February, we're here. And that's a hell of a lot more energy, a hell of a lot more oomph than that. Am I right? Yeah. That could be a really great victory. And I do think that, when you're asked to change at this point, with Uranus in our sign, it's like, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm ready. Like, let's, like, step to me. Taurus feels like step to me this month. Yeah, I'm tired right now, and I might be taking a really long nap, but if you shake me up and you say, let's go, I'm going to say, step to me. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do it. And you guys are ready, and I'm proud of it because that's what comes of that. So in the middle of the month there, or sometime throughout February, we're hitting that point where we're asked to change. We're asked, do you want this, and how much do you want this? What are you willing to shift in your life to bring this in? You've been waiting for it. You've been asking for it. Oof. You knew it was coming. A lot of you, I think, have manifested this in consciously or actually physically have worked towards it as well as manifested it. You've been wanting it, driving yourself towards it. And instead of wanting at this time, it's like there's a knowing. I know that I'm ready for this. I know it's coming in. I know that this moment, I know this moment is here. And we get 2 kings, and I do kind of want to look at that. So now we're looking at your defining, well, looking at your goals, but I don't know if I want to pull any more than the King of Wands. That's why I was about to move to the defining events. But let's pull one more for your goals. Pardon me, guys. I don't know what's going on. Maybe some of you guys are feeling sick or have some throat chakra issues. I don't know. Again, there's strength, there's perseverance, holding out. There's a sense of just like, I've been holding out for this. I'm ready for this. Your goals are to persevere, to come out the other end the victor, to come out a leader because you deserve it, because you've earned it. You've earned your keep, and you feel you now should have the crown, right? I put a lot of work. I put a lot of energy into this. Where is it? So let's look at, actually, I want to pull one more goal actually with this deck. I don't know why. But I guess we're making a, like, tarot. Ooh, well, that's why. You have some choices to make this month. These come up in your goals, but also they come up in a way that I just think they're coming up. The Lovers and the 2 of Pentacles spat right out. And we get another card that's also a 6 of Pentacles. 6s for me, when I see them come up in a reading, are really when your higher self is reaching out and saying, you know, you're on the right path. Trust the journey right now. You're doing the right things. Keep going. You know, you're getting to these points of balance. You're moving forward. You're in a path right now where you're kind of in flow with what you're supposed to be doing and, you know, your destined path. Not that I'm saying you don't have control, not there isn't free will, but your highest path, the path that you want to be on, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time. And maybe that's where I start to lose my voice, because right now it might not feel like it, especially entering February. You're like, why the hell am I on this path? What is the point here if this is going to be my life, if this is the way things are going to be, if this is the way people are going to treat me, if this is not, you know, where's the success? Where's the money? Where's this? Where's that? You know, I thought I'd be there by now. Where's my abundance? But we have choices this month. And again, we've been waiting for this. That's why I'm saying, you know, when judgment comes and, you know, we've been ready for this. We're like, yeah, bring it on. Very Leo energy there. And especially so if you're dealing with a Leo or a water sign. You could be dealing with fire signs or water signs if it's a love situation this month. And you could have been manifesting this choice in. You could have a big choice for some of you in terms of a love situation. Somebody who you connect with deeply on an emotional level versus somebody who you connect with on a more physical and passionate level. And you could be really contemplating a decision, but there seems to be a moment where you do make a choice. I do think that you have a choice, but you have a lot of options to weigh here. And again, this can be love, this can be career, this can be home-centric, you know, moving type of thing. You know, you could have 2 options taking you in different places, and you might not know what to do. But you have to weigh the options here, and I think that I can't tell you which way is the right way, because this is such a balanced moment here where it's, you know, the Lovers with the 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles that all indicate choices and balance. needing to juggle it, needing to weigh again your options. And the Six of Pentacles, you know, he's got his little scale right there. So you have to weigh your options this month. You have to decide what's best for me. So let's now look at your defining events. Although I feel that we have some of them already out. Let's look at the defining events actually with the Hobbit deck. Let's switch it up. Yeah, we're really switching it up here. Part of me feels like we might end up using the Game of Thrones deck as well. We'll see, Taurus. This is interesting. Your defining events, your major obstacles. Major obstacles. It's going to be hard to decide, I think, for you guys. And I don't think that people talk about the indecisiveness of Taurus or Aries. They're two signs that really can't make a decision either. I know that for a fact. And it's not that you guys are bad at making decisions. It's that you really want to weigh your options. You really don't want to make the wrong choice. You consider things in a slow and measured manner that makes sense, that's logical, that's grounded. And your most major obstacle this month? Let me get one more card. Most major. I can't believe I just said that. Wow. It's listening to your gut instinct, your higher self. Whatever you call it. Reaching out and listening to what comes back. What is your instinct on this? What's your intuition? The higher self, you know, the higher, I literally just called her the higher self. The high priestess, who is the higher self to me, showing up in a reading saying, yeah, there's mysteries here and you might not know everything, but I'm trying to divine you. I'm trying to tell you where to go. I mean, these two showing up together is your intuition's on point. Listen, it's coming through. Your gut instinct, it's on point. So don't deny those things. Don't, you know, if you think that the right thing to do is, you know, leaving a job, doing this, if you think it's going for this, if you, I mean, again, in any choice, you listen to the gut instinct. I don't think I can really go into those little nitty gritties because I think that these are big choices this month. And it's going to be different for all of us. You know, what do we want? We've been wanting the change. Here it is on our doorstep. And it's a good thing. But I mean, when change, and I do think, you know, old Taurus might have been afraid of this. But we've had Uranus in our sign for like a year and a half, right? Like since 2018 sometime, right? And we're ready. It's like, bring it the hell on. Like, bring it on. I'm here. I'm ready. You know, fine. You want me to think about it? You want me to sit and learn, you know, look at the different perspective here? You want me to take some time out and be more meditative or whatever you want to call it? I'm not saying, some people are like, don't tell me to go meditate. And if meditation's not your bag, that's totally fine too. But take the time out that you need to be in quiet and to listen to your own gut instinct, to allow that to kind of come through. And that involves, you know, maybe journaling, taking some time out, taking a walk, sports even. I find a lot of my best, some really great connections, download things that have come through have been when I've been running or swimming or, you know, on a walk somewhere in nature. Doesn't have to be meditating, but it asks you to take that step back, to not really try to push forward, to take, you know, maybe not go to all those social events, maybe not do all those things, but take the time that you need to work through what you need to work through here, to really look at your position and how to move forward from here. You're in a specific position. You might have felt really stagnant. You might have felt really stuck. You might have felt like things weren't moving forward in the way you've wanted them to, but I think that here they are. And that this is this last little moment of frustration of, you know, do you have the patience to sit just a little bit longer, to really listen, and you'll figure your way through. It will come through. The answer is there, but it's within you. You have to listen. You're going to get where you're going, but you have to take the time to listen to yourself, to your own gut instinct on this situation. I don't think anybody can tell you which answer is the right answer other than yourself. And you have to kind of extract yourself from everybody else's influence in this situation. Because some people might say, you know, that's a bad decision, Taurus, don't do that. You know, oh, why would you go for this person over that person? Why would you go for this job over that job? And they might have some legitimate reasons, but that doesn't matter when it comes to what makes you happy. What floats your boat? What lights your fire? All that stuff. What makes sense to you? So let's look at your defining events. Defining events are almost non-events in some aspects. With the moon showing up first, so don't worry, I'll pick her up in a second. Wow. What do you want to come out for? Wow. You guys don't even know what's there, but you see the Ten of Pentacles again, and there it is. On the other side of the moon and then the star, your defining events are first mystery, first going within, listening, really figuring your own way through this. You're not going to understand what's going on right now. It doesn't seem to make sense, does it? Of course not. It's Aquarius season. We're going into Pisces season. I think Pisces is in Venus while I'm even reading this. Then we're going to have Mercury retrograde in Pisces and Aquarius. And it's going to be, whoo, like what the hell is going on? It's going to be a time. And we can all expect that. And things won't make sense. But if you guys kind of keep your cool, keep your calm, again, what your major obstacles are staying cool, staying calm, not really moving forward, not really saying yes, no to any decision. And I think that it could feel kind of like you have got pressure. Maybe you have to make a decision. Maybe you have to start something soon. But it's like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop and the pieces to fall into place, and they will. In ways that I don't think you're going to understand for a while. I mean, maybe by the end of this year, but I think that things kind of fall into place this month in a way that is just like, like cosmically defined. I don't know what that was, but like it just feels like things are kind of falling into place. If you've ever seen like Howl's Moving Castle and all those, stars or whatever, the little demons falling out of the sky that look like shooting stars are all falling out, and it just looks so pretty, and things are just kind of trickling down, and it all begins from there. I mean, even though it's a demon that eats his heart and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? It's like these moments, these opportunities, things are just kind of falling. Everything's kind of falling into place. And as I say that, I mean, I didn't even look at this card. There's all these little like kind of firefly, little lights, kind of like what I was just talking about. It feels like we have little things kind of falling into place. Things are going to start making sense. I mean, not really making sense, but falling into a place that is starting to make sense to you in a material sense. Not how it exactly happened or why it happened, but wow, here we go, and this is here and that's there, and now I have this, and I can really make a decision that leads me here. Things coming together in ways that can't really be defined because you guys have put the effort, work, and you've kind of trusted in Uranus here. Or if you're willing to trust the process, willing to trust what Uranus wants to bring you, what it's been trying to force you to let go of, release, become less of, in terms of the Taurus that holds on to things. Maybe that's why, again, at the beginning of this month, take a nap, take a rest, take a day off, take a few days off. I know it's been exhausting for me. At the end of January, I can't even imagine how exhausted I'm going to feel by the end of this week. This is great. This is grand. Oh, wow. Guys, look at what we have coming in this month. Just as 2 little extra cards just to show you. We have abundance coming in all forms. You know how I was saying at the beginning of the month, how we want to be in this Venusian place, and maybe we have been in like small ways. We found our Venusian palace exactly where we are. We've made bad situations, situations where we could be really frustrated and, not see how things are coming together, be really questioning, should I be doing this? Should this be this way? All these things that we're questioning, they're all falling into place. And we knew it. And we knew we were going to get to that place, and here it is again. And as you see, that 10 of Pentacles is also there. All this goddess energy as well. For any female Tauruses, or if you're dealing with a female Taurus, this is goddess energy. Things coming together in ways you can't explain, because this person, especially, if you're cross-watching, this person is incredible. And they've really come a long way. to get here. They've allowed change into their life. They've allowed abundance to come in. They've had patience. Patience to grow, patience to learn more, to be more, instead of trying to rush through something and being, staying the same the whole way through. They've transformed. Abundance has come in because they've worked for it and manifested it, and even magically for some of you, even through moon magic, things like that, or just trust in your higher self, connecting there. There's such growth and there's so much opportunity coming from that. Those are the messages you want to hear, the communication you've been waiting for. For some of you, Mercury retrograde might actually even bring in communication from something or someone that was, going on during last Mercury retrograde, or that you've been waiting for. It might actually end up bringing it in a confusing, strange way, but also in a well-deserved way. I don't think it's going to stop you up that much. In fact, I think it'll help you to make these decisions. It will give you the perspective that you need and the time to step back and allow these things to happen on their own timetable. So you've got a lot of amazing things coming in here, just incredible. Like incredible. It just feels like opportunities to be this, to have all this, to be living this kind of lifestyle. That's like, give me the penthouse and all the, and let's go out to all the best restaurants and buy the nicest clothes. I mean, that's the life you've been wanting, the money you've been wanting, the stability. And I mean, not just for those who are looking for material and job comforts, but the stability and security in a home, family, life situation. You're just feeling abundant and such. There's just such abundance by the end of this month. So stick it out. Stay strong. Know that you deserve this. Know that it's coming in and don't question it. Listen to that gut instinct. Listen to your higher self. And if you can't really figure out what to do, take that time to step back. Get that different perspective. Stay quiet, step back. I don't know. That's like a really big overall message for like all the signs this month, is kind of to just like reel it back a little. Step back. Take some perspective and don't jump into things. Don't rush into a fight. Don't rush into this. Don't rush into that. So let's pull some oracles. And don't worry, we will be doing love readings as well. Where's the oracle deck? Oh. We'll be doing love readings for February for all the signs. Let's just take a look here with the Power deck by Lynn V. Andrews. Message for you guys for February 2020 for Taurus. All right, here we go. Ooh. Focus. Much of what you see in life is an agreement that something is in fact true. To develop power, focus on one aspect of your life. This could be your career, a sport, or some endeavor that you have a passion about. Become an expert. In the process of becoming an expert, you fine-tune your whole being. You collect the important parts of yourself and you begin to live the life of a warrior. Rid yourself of attitudes that are not essential to your task. Collect your energy and focus your power on wondrous and magical acts. Let the shell of your consciousness rise out of the ocean of your subconscious mind. It's just a matter of focus. What a beautiful message, guys. Let's pull one more from the Goddess deck, actually. Journey to the Goddess Realm Oracle deck by Lisa Porter. Waiting for a card to come out here. All right. Ooh, okay. Also got Queen of Sheba for negotiation. So we might take her as well. Let's just take her. All right, Kuan Yin is the first one out. So let's see, compassion. Where is this? Okay. So, pure of heart, Buddhist goddess Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion and empathy. Her name signifies having mercy for the cries of the world. Kuan Yin has vowed to never rest until she has freed all humans from continual reincarnation. She protects the helpless and helps those in need. She often rides her magical dragon, which is the protective yang counterbalance to her yin high energies of kindness and empathy. The sacred water vase, usually depicted with Kuan Yin, represents the divine nectar of life. The lotus flower in her left hand symbolizes peace and harmony. Tender-hearted Kuan Yin guides you to graciously receive and give unconditional kindness and caring through your heart. So I do feel, I don't know, there's like a softness. It's like being soft this month. Being quiet. Allowing these things to come in. Trusting your own inner guidance as well, and compassion, and being more loving than filled with frustration and hate would be really good for you. And actually, I didn't even realize that she's 25 and she came out right after her. Interesting. Negotiation. The Queen of Sheba, also known as Makeda, traveled from Ethiopia to Israel with a train of camels bearing precious spices and gold to seek wisdom and trade from King Solomon. Enthralled by her skill and beauty, he devised a way to conquer her affection. She gave birth to a son after returning to reign at her great homeland. Queen of Sheba is here to advise you to be prudent and wise with your dealings and negotiations in the world. Always be fair and artfully enterprising so everybody wins. Travel could be on the horizon for you. So some of you, these decisions might have to do with travel and moving home and living in the place you've wanted to live, living the life you've wanted to live. And for some of you, it could be that, again, this decision, we've got to really think about this, and we've got to be compassionate in this decision. Have compassion, also be very clear on, what we're making a decision on here. Really thinking about it. All right, so Taurus, those are your messages. I hope you guys have a wonderful month ahead. Check out your 2020 yearly. It's up, and it's got cards for each month for the year, as well as overall messages. And we talk about the astrology just for you for the whole year, so definitely check that out. If you guys want to book a private reading, all that information is right below this video in the description box. I am also doing really discounted, year ahead readings up until February 15th. After that, I will no longer be offering those as a private reading offering. So definitely check that out while you can. And yeah, have a wonderful and blessed February, guys. Check out your love readings and your readings for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Good luck with everything. You guys have got this. You have persevered strong, long enough here. You deserve this. Be the Empress. All right. Thank you, Tauruses. Namaste.